Today, we're future-proofing lava and experience. Welcome to a new video in the Create world, where we'll be working on a better source of lava and experience today. Before we can do any of that, I want to clean up the area underneath the base. We're going to spend a lot of time in here, in general, and having all the pipes and power running over the floor is gonna be annoying. We'll put in a raised floor with some tuff, that way we can add casings to the spots where we'll be walking over. The rest of the contraptions, like the cobble generator that I put in between episodes, will get surrounded with some fencing. That way we don't end up crushed. This room is going to be ever changing, so you might see some things pop up here and there, but everything that's permanent or that will be permanent is either going to be flush or underneath the floor. And now that we're here, we can actually make a source of diorite, andesite and tuff. I'm going to use some mechanical arms for that, but I'm not making all the precise mechanisms by hand. So let's go over to the gold farm. We'll find a little nook to put in some automation. A few belts with some deployers above them. The last one we can set up to draw iron nuggets from, well, storage, and the cogs we'll have to add in manually. But that's basically all you need. It's just a merry-go-around that has a filter, so the finished mechanisms stay in the barrel. Now we can get started on some stone production. For the andesite, it's going to be a couple of basins with mixers above them. We'll pump in lava from the little farm that we're running right now, and we'll use some mechanical arms to fill the basins with diorite and cobble. We have a good source of cobble, but we do need a source of diorite that doesn't require me to be actively mining it. The way we do that is by using some mechanical crafters to combine cobblestone with some quartz from the gold farm that we're getting. Tuff is actually the same setup as andesite, so what I'm going to do is just take two of these 4 basins that we already have and just remodel them to be a tuff generator. We do have to add a little andesite pickup and just change out the output filter, and that's about all you need. Tuff is pretty handy, as it has a chance to drop gold, zinc, iron, and copper nuggets. It's a bit extensive to produce, and the rates are about the same as the other farms that we're running right now, but it's a nice addition, and as of right now, it's the only way to automate copper production. One day, we'll jack up the rates of all these materials, but for now, this is all we need. Now, for something else. While streaming a long distance travel, looking out for some calcite, we did bump into a cool structure. We rated it on stream, but let's go and take a look at it because I want to grab something that I left behind. This pyramid was pretty easy to empty out. Outside of some diamonds, there wasn't really anything in there. Just nothing special at all, except for this. A nice old skeleton spawner. Say hello to a lifetime supply of bone meal and experience. Let's pick it up as a contraption for now, so we can relocate it to our little island. And over here, I think it's better to start off with a collection system. So let's build up a tube and use a deployer to take care of any mob in the chamber. Using some filters on the chute, we can make sure that we only extract the drops and not the sorts that we'll be putting into the system. Just like every farm that we have, we're pumping all of the drops in some drawers. By locking all but one, we can select what we store and what we want to throw away. If an item isn't in a locked drawer, it'll be burned. Now for the boring part, we just make a standard spawner room, fill the room with waterways and make sure all the mobs are sent up into the farm. I made it so that we can easily add other spawners by expanding the room as well. As for the building around the farm, I was thinking of basing this one on an industrial blast furnace. Of course, we'll take some creative freedom here and there, but seeing as we're mostly producing metals and stone in the area, it might fit into place. We'll start off with the base. Using some of these darker bricks, we can build up around the farm. We'll add in a little part for the entrance, but overall, we'll keep the building pretty simple, because I want what's going on top to stick out, quite literally. We can start by building up a little walkway on the roof. In the center, we'll house a little construction that I'm working on right now. This is going to be the furnace chamber. Originally, ores would be piped into this chamber, and the extreme heat would turn it into slag. The slag would dribble down through the coals and collect at the bottom of this chamber. we can simulate the ore pipe with a belt, that's easy enough, and on the other side of the whole building we can add some coolers. These would normally cool down any air that circulated through the system, but for this system, it's purely aesthetics. And that's it for the building. I will continue the deep slate wall around the farm, so it's not just floating in the air, but this is going to be a passive source of experience. Now, to keep up with the lava demands that the tough and the andesite farms have, we'll have to expand our reserves. So to future-proof this a little, I was thinking of making an unlimited lava pool underneath the base. We'll start out by drilling a 13 by 13 hole, and then it's just a matter of adding a host pulley to fill it up. Of course, the little 8-unit lava farm isn't going to do a whole lot, so let's expand that for a few. I can't help but notice that the host pulley isn't filling up the hole further than the first layer, which it should do. I've already put it down thinking it might be because of a reach thing, but that doesn't seem to help. A quick Google search later, and we're meant to have the host pulley set to the max height that we want, so I'd say we'll fill it right to the brim and set it just below the glass floor. And are we filling right now? Yes it is, look at that. I also figured we might as well help out filling this and made this portable pump. That way we can take it to the nether. It has a 790 bucket tank on it, so it's gonna cost us a few trips, but it's better than nothing. While waiting for my tank to drain into the pit, I wanted to prepare for when the hole is full. This little spot underneath the mob farm is great for a smelter setup. That way we can smelt things a little faster than we're already doing right now. This is gonna be a general smelter, so I don't wanna have to change filters out all of the time, which is why we're going for furnaces. We'll power them with buckets of lava, so let's use some mechanical arms to refuel the furnaces, and we could do the same for the things that we wanna smelt. The moment we have an unlimited source of lava, this little thing is gonna be fully operational and fully functional. Alright, I've done a couple of trips to the nether and back, and now we should have a bottomless supply. We can fill up the rest up to the top by just letting the pump go as it's filling up, but honestly, that's just for aesthetic reasons. We could technically leave it as it is and it would still be a bottomless supply. All we have to do right now is clean up a bit because it's a bit messy and there's pipes and power all over the place. Now that this place is clean and, well, we're done cleaning up, we do have some tanks left over, and I was thinking of turning all of the chunks of experience we're getting from the experience farm into liquids, because if we have a source of liquid experience, we can make an XP shower to easily mend our tools, plus we can use it in contraptions as well. But with this little edit to the farm, that should be possible, and I think that's a good place to call it. If you liked the video, subscribe, click that like button, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!